Welcome back at the closing ceremony of the hackathon. I hope you enjoyed the last 48 hours, and I will ask my usual question: how many hours did you sleep during the weekend? Who slept more than 10 hours, let's say? Less than 10 hours. Raise your hand. Okay. Less than 6 hours. Oh my God. Okay, less than 3 hours? 0? Wow. Good job, guys. Good job. So as you know, we had 4 challenges, and we've got more than 30 projects on the 4 challenges in the end. So around 150 people actually competed during the weekend, but only 8 teams could get into the finals to showcase their project and show what they actually got. So we will hear 8 presentations, like 8 pitches. 8 pitch will be in 4 minutes, and after each pitch, we will have a jury who can ask questions. I will introduce them to you as well shortly. And after the pitches, the jury will have around 15 minutes to evaluate the 8 projects and decide who will get the main prize, the 5,000 euros for the event. So, but before we start with the pitches, let me introduce you the jury of the event. We have Zsolt Vadóc here, the head of digitalization at K&H. And Imre Fonai, also from K&H, he's the head of digital channels. I know that's right, yes. We have here David Iskander from MetaPlayers, who is a co-founder at the company. And also Silur, I think you know him really well. He is an independent hacker. So they will evaluate your projects. So please be prepared with answers for the questions. And good luck for all of you. And let's see the first team, who is going to be the K&H Parking Assistant team, who submitted a project for the K&H Challenge. So welcome to the stage, the first team.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having us. All right, so hi everyone. We built a system for the K&H parking problem, and we're going to talk about it now. So as I'm sure any K&H employee could tell you, the current parking system is not very good. You have to log in every time and navigate an outdated, unintuitive UI. So if you're an employee at K&H and you have an assigned spot by default, why would you use this system? It takes a lot of time, and it's only there to give your spot to someone else. Well, yeah, why would you? Many people don't do all of this, and I don't blame them, because this system should take way lower effort to use. So we made it be just that. A simple system you barely have to use. Oh yeah, I forgot this, sorry. Yeah, if you have a spot and it predicts you're not going to need it tomorrow, it prompts you to offer your space. It does this through a notification, like that one, and so you don't have to open the app. This, combined with keeping you logged in, means that offering your spot takes almost no effort. It helps out other employees in the queue, the length of which we conveniently place in a notification. We figured that money isn't a problem for K&H employees, so we focused on motivating them, using their conscience and ease of use instead. It's also very easy to use. You just tap on the notification, select who you want to share it with, and you're done. It's not just a notification. The app is also very easy to use. It loads instantly, has a clean user interface, and it shows you all the information you need at a glance. Managing your spots is also easy. You can tap on the days you want to manage, and with the second tap, you can either request or offer your spots. If you don't know where your spots are, the app can also help you find yours. And if someone else takes your spot, you can easily find out where you can park instead. It also reports this occurrence, so that person won't take your spot next time.
We also thought about the days when having that parking spot is a high priority. We introduced the waitlist system to make sure everyone has a place in the garage when it's most needed. We live in patterns. We park in patterns. That's the main idea behind our prediction model. We generated a data set about employees' parking habits containing their work schedule for every day of the year on their general data combined with 4 consecutive days of their schedule. We trained a machine learning classification model to predict their schedule for the 5th day, and with a good enough model, their whole year even. This way, they get notified nearly exactly when they have to be. We track employees for the needed data for the algorithm, which could prove to be of high value to the company for integration into other productivity tools. And our backend was built around that exact thought. We kept scalability and compactness a priority.
Yeah, I'm trying to use this, but it doesn't really work very well. So we also have a working prototype. I can show the jury if they want, but that's going to be more personal. So yeah. Anyways, thank you. Thank you for listening to us. This is our system. This is our idea, and I hope you like it. Thank you.
Don't go anywhere, guys. I say don't go. Oh, okay, okay, you can show them the apps. And in the meantime, do we have a question from the jury? Yes. I'm coming down.
So can you elaborate on the tech stack you used here, because the UI looks very nice. Is it React Native or native code? What's the backend? What's the AI SDK you use? So you can talk tech here. Yeah.
So on the back end, we use Nest.js, and for the front end, we use Swift and Swift UI. So this is completely native. That's why it's going to be so fast and good looking, I think.
On the model, like on the machine learning model, you used Torch or TensorFlow or your own DNN something?
I only used an XGB classifier model.
Yeah, you didn't have much data, so you
didn't. No, not much data, but we actually, on the validation set, we achieved like a 78% like precision. No, I generated it based on like how would employees like have vacation and home office days or around the year.
That's amazing. Okay. Very cool.
If you got real data from K&H, what do you think? How big could be the accuracy level of the model behind it? Because right now you are just working on some average information that you're getting from the internet, I guess. This is my first question.
Yeah, I actually think that generated data uses random values, and that doesn't show a pattern, while, as I believe, humans do. So, like on actual human schedule data, it could be improved like to 90%, maybe even 100%.
The second question is, I didn't get the catch why I would be encouraged to offer my parking place. What is the motivation here behind? For me, I have a parking place. I'm a very fortunate guy because I have a parking place at K&H, but I don't see why would I just offer this parking place.
Well, we actually thought that like as my colleague said, that for bankers, money is not the main problem, as we gathered, and we didn't think that that kind of reward system would be of great benefit. So we mainly,
Yeah, so the notification includes a count of how many people are in the queue, which is combined with how easy it is to offer your spot as, I think, enough of a motivation to just click on a notification and offer your spot if you don't need it. It's really easy. So, yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys. Big applause to them, yes. Thank you. Okay, let's move on to the second team who also submitted their project to the K&H challenge, the Park K&H team. So please welcome on the stage this team as well. They will also have a presentation and they will also have 4 minutes, okay, to pitch.
Hello, my name is Balázs. It's a privilege to be able to stand here. First of all, let me introduce to you our team. This is Bence and this is András. We have also 2 other teammates, Gergő and Imre. And we started off with asking the mentors what the current situation was and why haven't you, why is this challenge the way it is. And we've found that the most important thing is ease of use and quickness and automation. And we have solved this problem with a quick application that's really easy to use. And it opens on your mobile phone and also in your browser as well. And we have a carpool system as well, and it's in the same application, and it aims to reduce the number of parking spaces used.
So this is the base design for the application. We can log in at first, and after just 2 clicks you can give up your parking spot. Just click on the date, and after you can choose if you want to give it to somebody specific or you just throw it in the parking spot pool. And the next page is the carpool page, where you can choose if you want to be a chauffeur or you want to be a passenger. If you want to be a chauffeur, you can choose the date when you are able to drive a few people to the workplace, and you can choose the passenger's amount. And as the passenger, you can choose the people who you want to travel with, and you can give your home address to the application, and we will show you who is the closest to you and which is the easiest way to do this. The next page is the reward page. This is mainly for to motivate the people to give up their parking places and to use the carpool system. With these 2 systems, you can earn points, and then you can buy stuff for yourself, like cinema tickets or holidays or something like that. And you can earn group points for the whole team. And the last page is the settings page, where you can set your address and the language of the application, and you can log out from the application. And the carpool system. So we thought about the carpool system because it's a more efficient way to use our cars and to use the whole parking places. Yeah, this is the main.
So I will be talking about the motivation factor of this project. We think that motivation and commitment is one of the most important parts of this project because currently it does not function as well as it should. So we decided to create 3 different motivational factors within this project. And as András mentioned, we created these so-called coins, which can be collected during the application usage.
As you can see, there is a personal coin system where you can collect coins for yourself, which can be spent in the application. And there are 3 different categories for these rewards. The least expensive ones, the mid-tier and the higher tier. And the community coin systems are something bigger than that. It aims that people collecting coins to achieve something common, like team building events or concert events. And we also want to create a chat function where we can thanks for your newly found space and organize a daily commute within the company. So it can really support the corporate culture within the company. All right. So thank you for your attention.
One more thing, next slide is...
One sentence. Okay?
Yes, please, could you go to the next slide? Yes, so we have a live demo for you, and if you can use this app, it's live now. We have cancel the way to cancel the submission, and it's important because if you're using all the same, if you're the same user all the time, then it could be a problem. So JV stands for John Wick, courtesy of ChatGPT, and it should be able to work, and we welcome any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Questions from the jury? Stay up there. Okay.
How did you plan this K&H coin system? So I get that it's an incentive engineering mechanism for the same reason that was asked from the previous team, but how the execution you looked into, because so far just the K&H coin, the coin version, is more of a development investment than the MVP you presented here.
So we actually talked this question about with the HR person, and she said that the most common incentive would be days off and culture tickets and so on, and you could enter in a drawing or you could spend your points, and it would benefit the community as well as a good way to achieve something together.
Other questions? Okay.
Hello, guys. So which part of the application is supporting the corporate structure the most? Because you were mentioning in the presentation it's supporting it. So which part do you think it's supporting the most?
Our main goal would be that everybody who uses this app could find something among these rewards that could be beneficial for them. So the main thing is to provide them the autonomy to choose what they want with these points. And we know that parking slots are sorry. So these parking slots are limited, and so we want them to. Sorry, I forgot your question because I was a little bit. Yeah, as I mentioned, it should support everyone. We was thinking about that. It could be a really unfair system because there are so many people who do not have parking slots. But these community challenges are a little bit for them as well. So we try to thinking about these challenges like everybody within the company should be beneficial with these coins, and we do not want to make bigger gaps between the different parts of the hierarchy within the company.
More questions? Yes?
Can you go back just to the reward types of rewards that you were showing us? I'm just we're trying to read it, and my question is whether you have tried to validate these kind of rewards on real K&H employees, whether they are appealing enough for them to be encouraged to move here, or just your mentors were suggesting in the morning session, because some K&H colleagues were mentoring you as far as I know. So why did you come up with this list of rewards?
We actually use many sources and put them together. We have talked with the mentors and with the two K&H employees as well from our relationships. And they said that they reinforced us with our belief that each and every individual is different, and if they can choose what interests them the most, then it will be the most motivating for them. It will be a little bit more personal. All right.
Just one more question. I'm not sure, but probably I've seen in the previous slide that AI. Is there any AI mechanism in the end for what?
The slide was for further improvements. It was for automation, and the possibility is that there is an AI tool that monitors your workflow and your work apps that you use. And if you were not to set your absent status, and from your messages it would seem like that you will not go to work tomorrow, then it would send you a notification at the end of the day that, hey, you should check it. I think you won't go to work tomorrow, and that's a free parking space.
Okay, thank you guys very much. It's okay. You can go now. No more questions. Thank you. And before we move on to the next team, I would like to ask the jury and also the teams who will get to answer to those questions to try to keep it short and yes, because we will run out of time. So let's move on to the next team, which is the Matchmaking Heaven team, who submitted their project to one of the MetaPlayers challenges. So I would like to ask the team to come to the stage. And yes, be careful with our camera. Thanks. Okay. You will have 4 minutes, okay? Yes.
Jó. És hova kell mutatnom? Hova kell mutatnom? Merre? Ezt hova mutassam? Jó. Azt talán. Ezt egyenlőre fog meg. Jó. Okay. All right, so I would like to thank everybody for your attention, and I'd like to start off with a simple question. With a show of hands, could I see how many of us play video games here? As a hobby, as a job maybe. I see that's like quite a few people. I would say that's at least half of you, which is great because the MetaPlayers project was about video games, as the name might imply, of course. We figured that since most people would play video games, some people might find themselves playing competitively, be it CSGO, be it League of Legends, be it any sort of game. It's one of the best feelings, in many people's opinion, to be better than their friends at a certain video game, because it feels nice. Human people are competitive by nature, so yes. That's mainly what we were striving to work for at this application. And we did that by following the guidelines. We used, as it is written at the corner, React Native, Django, and a lot of work. We used Django because I have experience with that. At the last hackathon I went to, I had to learn Django really quickly, and that's why we used that. And also because it's a huge time save. Our team formed one day after, technically speaking. Originally, we were going to choose the K&H project, but we jumped ship because this one seemed a bit more interesting. I'm sorry, but yes. Okay, and we use React Native because the person who did our front end has learned React and also React Native by extension. And with that introduction, I would like to jump into the main course, so to say, which would be how we plan to innovate with these three things. Software and hardware, which hardware is going to be more of my teammates' table, but I am here to discuss the software part of it. We also made the login in a way that it's multi-way. So you can log in from your PC to your phone, from your phone to your PC, but of course I will get to that as we go. And we also integrated a computer vision API, which I think is a great help for in every way. So the main, so one of the things that we decided to do was to create a QR code-based system which would allow people to use the website and also their phone to check in or to log in. Can you hold this for just one more second? Yeah. And this would, so you would be able to log in anywhere, not just on your phone, on your PC, from any PC that has internet connection, of course. And you would no longer lose your accounts because you would be logged in either by your phone or on your PC. And there is a QR code. And I will take the phone now. This is mainly for the jury, just to see that it does log us in, if I can. All right. So we ended up, we couldn't get a QR code version working, so we just used a QR code from the internet, but this would send a request, an API request to the Django framework, which would contain the username and the password information. And 3.5 minutes over. Really, oh God. All right. Well, seems like we're running out of time. So we also created a computer vision-based scoring system, which has 3 layers of authentication. The authentication itself is not completely set up. It goes through 3 layers to make sure that the pictures themselves are authentic, and there is no misuse involved. This is one of the views that we have. Right there is a FIFA 23 game. We gathered the name of the player, the 2 players and their scores. This would be passed into the API, and certain things would happen to it to authenticate it. But I have to cut it short. But my teammate here will talk a little bit about our hardware ideas. As I mentioned, these are mainly ideas.
Then we won't speak of it, so ask it if you want to know. We said it was hardware, but it's just as much software as it is hardware. It's an idea to put a USB stick or Raspberry Pi micro or Raspberry Pi to the computer or console, so it can log the match or the scoreboard or anything we want to know to the router or the server. Yes, it would likely detect it. We consulted it with a mentor, and he said that we shouldn't think about it. It's not really our job. So if it's really a good idea, and if you like the idea, then you would most likely ask them if it's okay for them. And oh, sorry. Thank you.
Hello, guys. So my question is, if we would like to work with you in the future, what other solutions would you put in our application?
So we were thinking some sort of crypto type thing would be great. As far as I know, MetaPlayers already has a crypto solution, so we could most likely use that. And we could distribute the coins that they are the vendors of. And this could be So this could be in a. So when somebody challenges somebody, they are going to bet a certain amount of crypto, and the winner takes everything. If they decide on 10 coins, then it's 20 for the winner, for example. And that's one of the ideas we had.
Thank you. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much, guys. The fourth teams will be also a team from the MetaPlayers Challenge. So I would like to ask to the stage the Game Rank team. Are you here? Yes. Great. So please come to the stage. You will have 4 minutes, and you will have your presentation up there. Here is the presenter. Good luck.
Millions and millions of people in competitive esport gaming require a well-performing ranking system. Over this weekend, we have managed to scrape over 40,000 players' match data and over 10,000 matches of esport gaming. We have created a ranking system that is similar to the one used in chess called ELO. Our ranking system consists of 2 parts. In its core, it is similar to the ELO ranking system. We calculate the team ELO scores based on the individual player ELO scores. Based on these team scores, we predict the outcome of every match. We predict always the higher scoring team to be the winner. The more confident we are means the biggest difference between the ELO scores between the teams. If the likely thing happens is that the higher scoring team wins the match, the team ELO score doesn't need to be adjusted too much. But if the unlikely happens, we need to adjust the team ELO score because the weaker team defeated the stronger one. This is a team ELO gain or loss, but we need to distribute this to individual players. And this is where it is different from chess. We have studied and researched different stats, hidden stats in games that correlate with the chance of winning a match. We have found that maybe kill count and death count or assist contributes to the chance of winning a single match. Based on these correlating stats, we can now measure the individual player contribution to that win or loss of the match. Based on these stats, we have a statistical approach to distribute the team ELO gain or loss for the individual players. This way, we can value those roles that were previously undervalued but were key to the success of the team. Our system is not only very simple and easy to adapt in just a few days for a major title, but we have also verified it that based on just match data of wins and losses and players, we were almost able to match the leaderboard of the op.gg website, which is one of the most famous for ranking esport players. Based on this ELO system, we are not only able to create fair matchmaking, but we have designed a tournament system to not only rank all-time performance of players, but to evaluate time-based tournament periods for each player. For this, we create an ELO profile for every player and every tournament. And when a player plays a match, when in a tournament, we update the tournament profile and also the all-time profile. Our system is very adaptable. We can use it for major titles such as PUBG, League of Legends, or CSGO. We have also created a website to showcase our findings, our system of matchmaking and tournaments. If we're given more time, we would continue our project to look at heat maps and to study player behavior and to further improve our ELO ranking and also give suggestions how people can improve in their esport playing. We are GameRank. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. There is a question.
Hello, guys. So we like the idea and the mathematics behind the calculation. My first question, do you have plans? We've seen 3 more games for the ELO system. Do you have plans to how to calculate perhaps in CSGO, on TFT?
So we were focusing on the methodology of finding out how to rank a game. And we found an easy way to find these correlations between the stats and the ranking system. So it would be easy to just look at new games, see the data, and then use the method that we used to list the stats that we need to use to create the ranking system.
A question, I'm not a gamer guy, but let's assume I have a lot of money and I'd like to invest in your solution. Can you just, in a couple of sentences, to tell me what is the value of this? Why should I invest in you?
So the main value is that this is a system that's able to match the performance of other systems out there, but it's much easier to adapt, much quicker to adapt, and just in general much simpler to both adapt and to verify that it's accurate.
And these tournaments that we would create are often prize-based, so that the tournaments that we could create would be of a general interest for a business.
And the last question.
So we can use like a white label solution for other like tournaments. This is one. And how usually would you reset the ELO ranking? So I've seen like it was week it said weeks, but I think it's more than a week, so like quarter year or something.
So we'll be running different time spans of these tournaments. We'll have the all-time ranking, of course, and then we would basically do weekly or monthly, and then also yearly. And we can also do special events for updates or holidays, maybe.
Okay, thank you very much. We are over half of the teams, so I would like to ask you again to try to answer shortly. And I think that we will maximize the jury questions up to 2. They are not listening, but I will tell them later. So yes, let's move on to the 5th team, which is the drop table project team. Please come, guys, and you also submitted your project to the MetaPlayers challenge. So let's show us what you got, okay? You will have 4 minutes.
Hello, guys. Yeah, our project name is a bit like funny. We couldn't find anything like matching, but it's not about the project name, it's about the project we did. So, yeah.
We took the challenge to create an ELO leaderboard. However, we have found one big problem of the ELO system, and that's it's unjust for teams because it does not value individual contribution to the team's performance. One could naively compensate for that, like giving extra ELO scores for like single deaths, kills. I mean, but that would affect the sum of the ELO scores gained by the team. So it will result in exploits. Our solution would be distributing this aggregate gain or ELO score loss among the players based on their performance in their team. And we have created a flexible and generalized algorithm that could be set up for basically any game really easily. It's completely generalized. The games are just in the database.
Hi guys, my name is Zombie, and I was the only front-end developer in the team, so I didn't have to worry about the big chunks of JSON data coming from the game APIs. Although it was my responsibility to create the nicest and most modern UI in the world, but I failed. But I think it looks pretty decent. You will see it in the end.
When doing the API work, we run into a little problem. So not every game has an open API, which means we have to find alternative way in these cases to collect data for esportsmanager.com. And our concept is to ask the users to take a photo of their monitor after each game and upload it to our system where an AI will analyze it and get the data we need. We successfully implemented a proof of concept for FIFA 22, which of course has limitations, like it's only capable of collecting the 2 football club name and the final result, and based on our experiences, it gives valid responses in like 70–80% of the cases.
And one of the most important thing we thought was finding good teammates. So a ranked game can't be good without good and communicative and like compatible teammates. So it doesn't matter if a teammate has a good score or a good kill KDA. Well, it depends on how they can complement each other. So we created a solution that basically takes in a player's statistics, and then asks GPT-3 to predict their play style. So two aggressive players don't get together and ruin each other's game. Basically, yeah. And we've got a live demo of that. So yeah, we've got a live demo of both the FIFA score reporting and the AI based tags that are given to a player. Yes. Are you going to show that? Yes. That's real time. That's actually coded like that. And yeah, but here's the other demo. So okay, wait.
Let's see if we have some questions, okay?
More or less, I would repeat the previous question that we are bankers. Please help us understand that. What is the real business value of this?
So the real value of this project is that it's an industry first, I think, because it doesn't just depend on classic numbers. It depends on play style, which is I think is a huge innovation that should have existed.
May I ask, you are asking how would we monetize this system? Yeah, so there are many ways. For example, one way is to cut a percentage of the paid tournament cups, paid tournament prizes, and yeah, but we haven't really think about the business model. This is just an example.
And actually, what I just wanted to show, but the time was up, is that we also have an AI for generating specific summary tags for a Riot game player. So, for example, if you're playing any for example, League of Legends, then we can just type in your Riot game ID there, and the AI would generate basically summary tags like bush camps and.
More questions?
Oh, yes, sure.
We are not working with ChatGPT. We are working with GPT-3. Exactly the. Sorry. Well, yes. We actually use a wait. I always forget the name. One moment. A zero-shot chain of thoughts prompting method for the GPT model. So we give in the raw statistics of a player and let the AI figure out what that means, and then we get the tags out of it. So, yeah, that's how we measure a player's playstyle, I guess.
Okay, thank you, everyone. If you have any more questions to the team, you can ask them after the pitches. Feel free to contact them in the audience, so thank you. And I'm sorry, we are running out of time, so we have to hurry up a little bit. The sixth team is Lexi, who submitted their challenge to the EMK Consulting, their project, the EMK Consulting Challenge. So I would like to ask them to the stage. And the first girl on the stage, yay! You will have 4 minutes, okay? 4 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Hi, everyone. Sometimes you are wondering or you are curious, you are just want to know some legal topics. And in this case, you have two options. The first option to spend some time in the internet and you try to find the solution. And the other option is you should ask your friend, which must to be a lawyer, and sometimes he can't have the solution. That's why let me introduce Lexi, which is your legal expert intelligent who can help you in everything in legal knowledge. So, yeah, starting from the AI implementation, we start with the data scrapping. We scrapped the Hungarian well-known knowledge in legal stuff in the last 40 years. And from this phase, we start, the data cleaning. We clean all the corpus we have now for the 40 years. And we remove the special characters, the extra spaces, and the extra numbers. So yeah, move to this part. Let's assume you want to learn a new language. For this part, you should have kind of dictionary. Like, for example, you want to have the difference between playing, and player. So this is the same root, but a different meaning. So it's the same for here. We want to build like a dictionary for our legal topics. So we move to Roberta, which is like a starting point for the language modeling or the language understanding. So we choose this model because it's fast and easy to handle many data, large data. So yeah, after this phase and our dictionary is ready, we should have some practice in our language. So for example, if you want to learn a new language, you should like have some empty words and you should complete your sentence. It's the same here. You have some topics and like an intro for this topic, and you should like have some empty places and you fill these places. So this is the masked attention model. It's neural network model. You should like have some spaces and the model try to fit this empty spaces. So let me introduce our website. So the design is very simple and modern. You can choose your color for the chatbot, and you can just type your question, and it's very fast to have the answers from. Yeah, and for the future, we need to have like a cloud system for our data. So we can have every year we have new laws in our database, so we can just fit this law in the training phase. And also we need to have some verification from experts. So just to have kind of lawyer stuff and just to see the answers and have some accuracy score. And that's it from our side, and I'm happy to listen to your questions.
Let me ask you, what is already ready from this? Because it was a nice presentation, quite short one, but only just we've seen some front-end screen. What is behind of that? Already the backend is ready. There are also the language model, understanding the questions really, or what is already done?
Yeah, according to the backend, we have like the language model is ready, but to implement the language model, you have to have like a data set contains the question and answers. So just we have some small, we made three questions and 3 answers, and just put these questions in OpenAI just for a demo. But for a product, we should have like a big data for this part.
Continuing on that line, so I noticed when I checked your code that basically you made the notebooks that trains the model with Roberta and such, but the UI is directly channeled to ChatGPT, so you don't really use the model architecture that was used here, and that's not an issue here because it's all about MVP and the proof of concept which works, but Roberta is not transfer learnable, so my question is, when in the future you receive that data, maybe we even purchase it and annotate it and it's super structured, how do you avoid retraining changes in Hungary and its law, like which happens frequently? So how do you avoid retraining the model from zero through transfer learning? Because Roberta is not compatible with that.
I think when we have like a cloud system in Azure or something, like it's very flexible to have like a pipeline in like in AWS, you know. Yes, we should have like a infrastructure for this.
Thank you. You can ask from the teams after the pitches, okay? You can contact them because we are running out of time and I just really want to move on to the next team. So thank you very much. Feel free to find them. We will be here, I think, for 1 more hour. So yes, you can contact them. The 7th theme will be the eSport Manager Mobile, who submitted their project to the MetaPlayers challenge. So you will have 4 minutes, okay? And here, the team to the oh no, here it is, okay.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Firstly, I would like to thank you for attention and giving us the opportunity to stand here. My name is Kang, and I'm a computer engineering student in Obuda University. And let me introduce you my process. Yeah, we are doing the eSport Manager application, and it's inheriting everything, like every feature from the desktop platform. And also we developing more new feature to make it more relevant, and our main goal is to connect people in the video game. This is our UI. Yes, about the login and account registration interface. As I see in the desktop platform, they only allow user to create the account based on the basic way, like the username, the email address, and the password. So in my application, I allow user to quickly log in and register based on the social media network, like Facebook, Apple ID, Twitter as well. It's a great way to connect people and also have them to share the news and the information into that social media, even with the people who don't play game. To the next step. Yes, this is the tournament feature that I inherit from the desktop platform. Yeah, as you see, it's sort of some kind of a tournament that people can join, can play together, and it also allows people to create their own challenge. And after inherited the basic feature from the desktop platform, we create a new solution for the task. Like we using the OCR, it stands for Optical Character Recognition, by using the Python programming language. So as you see in the screen, it's like it take a screenshot of the battle game, and like the AI will working, and sort of the game scroll into the screen without using the API. Yeah, I think it's the easiest way to do it. And sorry. Yes, move to another feature is the challenge feature. It's like people can, after playing game, people can bet, can earn money from the battle in the application, and that's the old feature. So what's the new one? I create the 5 teammate route feature. So this idea inspired me firstly from the taxi booking app, and the second from the dating app. So I think it's a great way to have people connect to each other. Like in this case, each user have their own profile, and they can allow the application to access their location, and they can find another teammate to play game together in the application. Yes, and another one I would like to introduce to you that we access the data from the API of the Riot game and the Steam web API. And as you see in the screen, it shows a lot of kind of data, a variable, and some kind of history, some kind of KDA, and yeah, about the gamer information. And we create a decision tree algorithm by using the machine learning model to predict the win-loss performance, and also show up the user skills to have them improve their skill. Yes, this is our UI in the application. And also, to have people to connect to each other, we create a message, like the chat message platform. Yeah, so people can use this application to connect to each other and invite them to play game together. That's so funny and create an interesting playground. And that's all for my application. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's see if there is any question from the jury. Yes, we have.
Mine is only whether we can see a demo of your app maybe after the presentation and the jury asks, because I've seen like 8 or 9 different beautifully crafted UIs, which is very hard to believe that you managed even in 3 days with those teams. The UI looked beautiful, and I'm just wondering whether I can actually swipe them and all. The second one is you used some kind of middleware besides the API that was given to you for the backend, because you had new features introduced for the AI stuff. What did you use for that, for like stack-wise, for the middleware?
Yes, thank you for your question. Can I back to the previous slides? Oh. Yes, I like the Riot game. They provide people the public API data. So I just access the website is named like the Riot game developer, and yeah, yes, like it's a public one, so I can only use easily.
Any other? Yes.
Hello. So my question is, if we would like to work with you and finalize the product with you, what's your options for future development? What would you put in the application? Do you have any plans?
Yes. I also have my own futures plan for this application. Like nowadays, with the development of the technology, like every website application is trying to approach to the Web3 platform. Like, so I would like to, like, people can bet the better game, not just only the money, like by using crypto, like the Bitcoin, some kind of this. So that, I think that is my futures plan. Thank you.
Just one more question. We haven't seen your team. Are you fully alone, or did you have a team in the previous 2 days? And if yes, who?
I have other guys, but like they were helping me online, like remotely. Yes, I doing this with 3 people.
Okay, thank you very much. And now we reach to the last team of this final. And this team will be present online since they couldn't join us this time at the venue, but they are a Hungarian team from Szeged. And I would like to ask our technician team to join them or him into the screen. So you will hear the last pitch for the EMK Consulting Challenge. The team's name is, I will have some problem to announce it, but like YoGPTR. It's in Hungarian, I think. But yes, it's a little bit complicated to spell, but yes. Let's see if they can join us here on the screen. And yes. Hello, Mate, can you hear us?
Hey there, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sure. Do you have a presentation?
All right, yes, I do have slides. Can you please put these up for me?
You can share it, I think. It will be more easier if you just share your screen with us.
Mm-hmm. It might be problematic because I'm from a mobile device. I didn't plan to share from my screen.
We have your slides actually, but that means that we should step the slide. Yes. So can we put out the slides as well?
Yes, please.
It's always funny that you are at a hackathon and we still have technical issues. Yes. We have so many smart people here and we cannot even solve one simple task. But this is just an irony, I think. Until then, just for a short reminder, so after the last speech has went down, the jury will go away for like 15 minutes. You will have strict time to decide who will be the winner of the event, who will get the 5,000 euros. So you will have a helper from our side to keep the time. And as soon as the jury decides the winner, we will get back to the stage and share with you all of the challenge winners and all of the grand winner. So I think as soon as we have the last speech, after that, within 30 minutes, we will finish the hackathon. But please stay here because it will be really exciting to get to know the winners. And yes, I'm just asking if we could solve this little problem yet. Mate, you sure you cannot share your screen, right?
Sorry about that. I will just go ahead and try to make some magic.
Anyway, how did you like the presentations? It was good, right?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice that we can
Mate
follow.
also enjoyed.
Yeah.
Okay, we have the presentation, nice. But it's on like on the 5th. Oh, okay, that's great. Great, you can start, Mate. You will have 4 minutes, okay?
All right. Thank you very much.
You.
So 4 minutes. Sorry for the technical issues. I guess that's what I get for being only the one remote participants. I hope you also enjoyed it. So it's jogtár, or yeah, it's a Hungarian pan. I still haven't decided how to name it. So we know the task from the previous challenge. It's a chatbot, GPT-like chatbot, but for Hungarian legal questions and answers. And you know, GPT is the biggest craze, but it has some issues as well. One of the biggest issues is it's not being so reliable. Sometimes it's not reliable. So what I did, I used the older system. These are called retriever reader systems. How they work is that they also have some simpler machine learning models based on which if you enter some keywords or a question. It collects the relevant documents, what it thinks it is relevant, so just a smaller set of documents on which a separate reader model will operate. So at the first step is just collect the relevant documents or pieces of text that the smarter model can work with. Next slide, please. How we tried to make this more reliable than what vanilla ChatGPT is that we also scraped basically the Hungarian free legislation corpus. We could actually do it like in 8 hours or so. So regarding the updatability of this system, it's more or less a given. It's easy to update it, and we use these documents as a basis that we then hand over to ChatGPT, so we can say that, okay, there are 10 documents related to your question, and after that we allow ChatGPT to shine, to let it do what it does the best, reason about this text. And what's nice about these things, we also made it possible to use the references of the text. So whenever these systems ultimately give you an answer, it will use the concrete references. So this system is by design reliable and easy to update because it starts with the legislation documents themselves. Next slide, please. Okay, yeah, so you could scrape it in 8 hours, all the available current legal text from this site. Next slide, please. So those are the pros that I mentioned. We started with the corpus, so it's guaranteed to be up to date, and we can scale the solution. The solution I'm demoing, actually, you can check the link from the Craft description. You can try this demo. It works. You can ask it questions and it will give answers. You can click the link which will highlight the actual piece of legal text which it refers. So it's a relatively fast system. We can scale it up to as many documents. The search will stay fast, and this solution combines the advantages of GPT for the reasoning and previous question answering systems with the fast search and the reliability. I guess that was it. You can also try this demo. You can imagine it. You can ask it questions and it will give you the results. That's it. Yeah, just again, we collect this, the smaller set of documents and feed it to GPT.
Thank you, Mate.
Right.
Thank you. So we have 4 jury here. I think they will have questions or not. Yes, we have 1 question.
Mine is only your team size, as we don't see the presentation, because I think I was the only one who thoroughly saw the code behind this one. And I have to say, from the participants, this was my favorite. It's very well put together, even containerized and all, and the scraping is automized. How many man-hours did it take?
Thank you very much. I can promise you it wasn't more than the time span of the hackathon itself. So yeah, mostly I was doing the coding and spent some time with it.
Okay, nice.
Hello, Mate. I'm also from Szeged, so probably we will meet. My question is, if I got it right, you was uploading Cress to the system, and
oh yeah, so there are just 2 demo legislation, but there are no technical limits for adding more documents. There was just time limit on my side.
Yeah, exactly. And our thinking was like maybe we can ask a question, the AI can answer and maybe correct the answer. So in the future we can implement it also to like places they use Crest, like a scoring system or something. It's more like a suggestion for us in the near future than a question, but we liked it, your job.
Thank you. Yeah, it's possible to make it more interactive like ChatGPT. Right now it handles every question separately. And there's also a possibility, of course, to have legal explanations added to the corpora so that, you know, the reasoning engine can only use that as well. That's just another idea.
Okay, Mate, thank you very much. And thank you also the jury for their questions. It was nice to have you here. Don't go anywhere, please. We will have like 40 minutes now for the jury to decide who is the main winner of the hackathon and who will take home 5,000 euros as a grand prize. So in the meantime, I would like to ask a short presentation on the screen. And thank you all of the teams who presented their ideas. And I would like to ask you to not go anywhere. But right now, I would like to ask the jury to go into the cheer room or the other room. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. But you will have Karchi with you who will help you to keep the time. And he's waiting for you over there at the bar. So it's 15:19 right now. You will have 15 minutes, so I will wait for you at, okay, let it be 3:25, 35, I mean, okay? And can I get the presentation on the screen? The closing presentation, I mean. And please, team, stay at your space because, I have some announcements from the Craft Hub booth. So I'm not standing right here just for fun. Don't go anywhere, please. Don't go. Okay. I know a lot of pressure are on you right now, but believe me, on me as well. Yay. So, thank you. So, guys, can I get your attention for like a few more minutes? I will wait. I can be here for like all day. So you are not interested in who won our MediaMarkt gift cards? So many excited people in the audience. I know you just want to go home, me too, but so we had some fun activities at the Craft Hub booth. I think all of you know that. And there was a quiz where you had to answer some of the questions regarding the Craft Hub and its events. And 4 lucky people could win a MediaMarkt gift card in, I think, 10,000 value. So let's see who are the winners of the quiz. Oops, this one. So we have 4 winners: Alia, Riolin, Levente, and Christian. We will send out the gift cards via email within the next week. So please do not forget that you won such a good prize, and get in contact with us if you haven't got any notification from our side. And in the meantime, while we are waiting for the results, we would really like to ask you to fill out our feedback form. You can just easily read the QR code. We are really eager to hear your voices, your feedbacks regarding the event. How did you feel during the weekends? How we can improve in the future? So it would be really useful to us to see how we can improve. So please fill out this form. We will also send it out on Slack and on email. But you can do it right now as well, since we still have like 10 more minutes to get to know the winners. So feel free and read the QR code. I will go down from the stage, but we will be back shortly. So please don't go home yet, because we will announce the winner soon. And if you want to take a picture with your team, you will have the chance in the gamer room. Over there we have some really great photographers who can do really great pictures of you. So use this opportunity, create memories with your teammates. And yes, that's it. Thank you. Finally. That was my final pitch. Hey guys, so if I know it right, we have the grand winner. So I would like to ask everyone to get back to your seats. Those also who are now playing basketball. I know it's a hard choice to leave the game like this, but I have more important things to share with you right now. And I would like to ask the jury and also those who will hand over the prizes to come to the stage. And now we will announce, first of all, the challenge winners. We will have 4 challenge winners. And last but not least, the grand winner, one by one. And I would like to ask both the jury, both the teams, the winner teams, when you get the prize, please stay at the stage to let some time for us photographer to make a picture of it. So yes, that would be my request, my wish from you. Is everyone here? Yeah, great. So the first challenge winner will be announced by K&H, and I would like to ask Imre Fonai to hand over the prize to the K&H challenge winner. This is your time to announce the winner.
Which is the team called K&H.
Thank you very much, Imre. Let's move on to the MetaPlayers winners. First of all, I would like to ask to the stage David, who will announce these winners.
All right, so the MetaPlayers LO system winner is Drop Table. Congratulations, guys. Yep, all right. For the mobile application is Esports Manager Mobile. Congratulations.
And the winner of Challenge of EMK is the Jog GPT tár. Congratulations.
He actually missed to join the meeting again, but we will inform him via online.
Okay.
So yes. Yes, sure. Okay. And last but not least, we have a winner who will take home 5,000 euros. Maybe he is a winner who already won 3,000. Maybe he did not. But let's play some drum rolls. You are excited? Yes? And I would like to ask Zsolt Vados from K&H to announce the grand winner of the hackathon.
First of all, thank you everybody that you were these 48 hours quite strong, and it was very amazing what you managed to deliver. And the final and ultimate winner of this game is a Park K&H. Congratulations, guys.
You guys just won 5 more thousands, you know? Congratulations. You can invite us for some coffee or something, just for the good hackathon organizing. So thank you, everyone. And before you leave, we would like to ask you to come to the stage, all of you, because we would like to take a picture together. Okay, thank you very much. And congratulations again to all of you. You did a great job. Hope we will see you soon again in one of our hackathons or in Gamerland or wherever you wish. So please follow us on every social media account. And do not forget to apply to our next event.